After a night of drinking, I took in a gorgeous woman who claimed she was a rich heiress. Not only did she live off my food and drinks, she bossed me around. She even made me her unpaid assistant. I thought it was just a ridiculous farce. Then she showed up in a Mercedes to make good on her promise. She paid back every expense. She even offered me a car and an apartment. But my ex's scheming and a kidnapping scare hit back to back. That's when the heiress dropped the act and revealed who she really was. She slapped 5 villa deeds and a sports car on the table and tried to force me to marry her. I run a tiny hole-in-the-wall shop. Who knew I'd pick up a beauty? She said she was the Delaney Group's heiress, a runaway who refused to use a cent of her family's money. So what the hell made it okay for you to eat my food, drink my drinks, and order me around? I'll pay you back. Sure you will. I gave a bitter laugh. Well, much obliged, Your Highness. With my ex giving me hell on the left and a princess to wait on at the right, I was exhausted. Until the princess pulled up in a Benz right in front of me. Luke Dawson, I'm here to keep my word. Excuse me? Looked like the underdog was finally getting his day. Work was frying my brain, so I quit on the spot and opened a little convenience store at the bottom of my building. My girlfriend dumped me for it. Luke, you run a shabby little shop. What kind of future can you give me? Can you afford a place inside the third ring? Do you even have a 200,000 yuan car? We're done. Jessica Miller didn't bother to sugarcoat it. I knew she meant it, and she wasn't wrong. But what could I do? I'd been her lapdog for 3 months. I sat outside the store, drinking straight from the bottle. I even sent her a voice note. Jessica, did you eat yet? All I got back was a red exclamation mark. Before I could stew on it, a swaying figure blocked my view. She wobbled and plopped down beside me. I stared as she lifted her head and went dumb. If Jessica was the flashy kind of beauty, the girl in front of me was all sweet girl next door charm. Miss, you're drunk, huh? The booze on her was stronger than mine, which stunned me. Who are you calling miss? I'm the Delaney Group's heiress. I ran away because I refuse an arranged marriage, and I'm not going back. How about this? Be my assistant for a while, and I'll pay you back later. Whatever you want, I'll give you. I want a car and a place. Can you swing that? No problem, she said without missing a beat. I was stunned, because from that day on, she actually moved into my place. Good thing I had a 2-bedroom, 1 living room setup. The moment Jennifer Delaney arrived, the master bedroom became hers, and I got downgraded to the tiny room. If I so much as slipped up, Jennifer would shriek, Luke, can you not leave your clothes on the couch? I've got OCD. She was losing it. Princess, are you treating my place like a long-term hotel? Go home already. I've taken you in for a whole week. You eat my food and drink my drinks, and now you're complaining? Looking to get smacked? I forced a smile and went to put my jacket away. Jennifer instantly switched back to prim and proper. Luke, sweetie, you know I have to show my family I'm dead serious about refusing this marriage. I have to fight to the end. I'd looked up the Delaney Group, but there was almost nothing on the heiress. With just a last name and Jennifer's so-so way of living, I honestly didn't buy that she was a real heiress. I mean, if I threw together a couple of simple dishes and she ate like a queen? Luke, what are we having for lunch? That braised pork you made last time was amazing. Even I, who never touched fatty meat, ate some. With skills like that, come cook at my house. I'll pay you $100,000 a month. After a week of observation, I really think you're a good guy. Jennifer started buttering me up again. She was wearing my hoodie, her bare legs strutting back and forth in front of me. Only a freshly dumped, a 3-month doormat like me could fail to react. Any other guy and she'd be in trouble by now. Even feeding you can't shut you up, I grumbled, while dishing up her rice. Maybe getting ordered around by my ex trained me for this around Jennifer. I just did everything for her on autopilot. I'd barely taken 2 bites when a text came in. It was from Jessica. Luke, want to meet up? I bought movie tickets. Come to the same mall as last time. I shot up from my chair and hammered out a reply. Okay, wait for me. I'm on my way. I grabbed my coat and, on my way out, tossed a reminder to Jennifer. When you're done, leave the bowls in the sink. I'll wash them tonight. Kay. She kept scrolling, grinning at her phone. I caught a cab to the mall as fast as I could. Jessica must have come to her senses, realized I was the one who treated her best, but she'd kept me blocked for a whole week. Why reach out all of a sudden? Did something happen to her? My nerves only tightened. When I arrived, I called her right away. She picked up after a moment. Luke, you didn't actually come, did you? I was just messing with you. The background was loud. KTV or a bar, for sure.
Jessica, you did it for a dare? And your ex really showed up? Isn't that kind of cruel?
Exactly. Maybe tell him to come over. Someone chimed in. And then Jessica's breezy voice. No need. We're playing. He's my little simp if I tell him to come. Of course he'll come. I didn't listen to the rest. Don't know where I found the guts, but I hung up. Then I blocked that number. The wind on my face felt warm compared to my heart. I bought some snacks and beer to go with the booze and headed home only to find Jennifer had opened my prized bottle of red. Luke, I washed the dishes. Mind if I have some wine? I jumped and rushed to the kitchen. The pots and bowls were all in order, which shocked me more. You sure you didn't hire a cleaner? Jennifer pouted. Please, Luke. I just haven't done this stuff before. Ever heard of looking it up? My brain works fine, thanks. You're the first man to get this princess into a kitchen. She raised her glass and took a sip. My feelings were complicated. It was just wine let her drink. What could be worse than my day? Luke, you know what? My stepmother wants to marry me off to someone I don't love, just to help her precious son. Why should I accept an arranged marriage? That company's huge. With or without me, it'll run. Jennifer cracked open a beer and chugged. I didn't stop her, because for the first time in days, she was opening up about her family. Jennifer, even a rich girl like you has problems? I didn't question her identity anymore. Real or fake? Does it even matter? Of course it does. And there's a lot of it. Things I can't even fix. She sighed, then raised her glass. But after meeting you, I feel like you're honest, genuine with people. You rushed out today? Something up? If you're short on cash, just tell me. Once I'm home, I'll send you some. Jennifer clinked her glass against mine without hesitation. I could have used it yesterday, but not anymore. You can't stay away from home forever. Your family must care about you well, except for your stepmother, I said after a pause. Anyway, since you're living here, you can't just freeload. Tomorrow, come to work with me at the shop. Work? You want a lady like me to go to work? Jennifer looked scandalized, flat out refusing. When I first quit my job to open the store, I'd thought about asking Jessica to help out too. She didn't have a job either. If we ran the place together, the money we made could be our wedding fund. That kind of life sounded nice, but she wouldn't hear of it. She threw an even bigger tantrum than Jennifer. She even ranted about me on her social media. Guys, have you ever heard of a boyfriend asking his girlfriend to be a cashier? Then she deleted it almost instantly. Probably forgot to block me. I'd asked her to be my boss lady, but in her mouth, everything turned sour. The next morning, Jennifer was up earlier than me, yawning. Let's go. I just have to see what kind of job requires me to work. I grabbed her arm, half laughing, half sighing. I was kidding. Just stay home and rest. At least she had the heart for it. But Jennifer wouldn't take no for an answer. She insisted on coming along to learn cashiering, stocking shelves, and keeping me company. Boss Luke, this is my very first job. Please, take care of me. Wearing the staff uniform, she gave a playful bow. Her skin was fair, her smile bright. She looked so sunny, it was almost dazzling. For once, a bit of light broke through my gray world. Come on, princess. I just run a tiny store. When it's time to eat, you eat. When it's quiet, play on your phone. That's it. I was busy organizing stock, telling her to rest. But Jennifer refused. She wanted to help with everything. She really didn't know a thing at first, but she learned fast, and her attitude put mine to shame. Every customer got a warm smile. Hey, pretty lady, got a boyfriend? Can I get your WeChat? I turned my head just in time to see Jennifer being hit on. I knew the guy, a local punk who dropped by 3 or 4 times a week, each time with a different girl. And the little boxes on the shelf next to the register, he always stocked up on those. I frowned and was about to step in when Jennifer smiled sweetly and pointed at me. Sorry, I'm already married. My husband's the store owner. I almost tripped. Married, huh? He didn't even get you a ring? What a cheapskate. How about you divorce him and give me a shot? The punk sneered. Sorry, I've already got a baby on the way. I'll stick with my kid's dad. Jennifer gently patted her stomach, like there really was something there. Heaven knows I hadn't even touched her. My ears went scarlet as the punk scowled and left, clearly pissed but helpless. Still, from the look on his face, you could tell he thought this gorgeous cabbage had been wasted on a pig like me. Princess, next time maybe pick another excuse. Now people think I'm a jerk who knocked you up but didn't buy you a ring. Then why don't you buy me one? Jennifer teased, grinning. We both froze mid-laugh. We turned away awkwardly, pretending to get busy. That's when trouble walked in literally. Jessica strode in on high heels. Luke? Hello, miss. Can I help you find something? Jennifer asked politely. Didn't you see I'm here for the owner? Mind your own business. Jessica gave her a sidelong glance. Dismissive. When Jennifer saw me come out, she quietly stepped aside. I wanted to explain, but when I opened my mouth, nothing came out. Jessica's smug smile made my face harden. What do you want, Jessica? That's your tone with me now, Luke. Just because I ignored you for a while, you think you can move on? If you just kept working, gotten a decent job instead of playing shopkeeper here, would I have broken up with you? So now it was my fault? Then you can go. I've thought it through. I shouldn't stand in the way of your happiness. Let's part peacefully. I waved her off. Done talking. Luke, you've loved me for so long. You expect me to believe you've stopped? Is it because of her? Jessica suddenly looked at Jennifer, who was restocking nearby. Jennifer frowned. You dumped him. What's that got to do with me? Or are you gonna blame the Pacific Ocean next? I hadn't even realized the princess could be this sharp-tongued. So this tiny little shop needs a cashier, huh? Let me guess. Luke told you to help out. And when you two finally get together, the money you make becomes your wedding fund? Jessica sneered like she'd cracked some great secret. Enough, Jessica. Wasn't humiliating me last time enough for you? I cut her off. Her eyes flashed. That was just a joke. You're really that sensitive? Now you're defending her? Yelling at me for her? Luke, you're unbelievable! Jennifer suddenly set down the box in her hands and stared Jessica down, fearless. Boss Luke only took me in because he pitied me. Not everyone's as greedy as you. He's not just running a shop, he's building your future. And you, lady, what do you even do for a living? Or do you just come from money wearing $10,000 fur and carrying a $20,000 purse? Guess that means Boss Luke really isn't good enough for you, huh? That line hit both Jessica and me square in the gut. I had bought her clothes before, but nothing over a few thousand. Her family was poor, and she refused to work, so I'd supported her. After the breakup, she never acted broke. She'd just text me now and then to take her out. You discriminating against pretty women now? Not everyone's stuck slaving for $3,000 a month like you. Jessica's shrill voice rang in my ears. I'd never noticed before, but now I just found her vile. How had I ever been in love with this woman for a whole year? You! Jennifer was fuming, sleeves rolled up, ready to fight. I held her back. Jessica, if you're so rich, go live your life. I'm done paying your credit cards. Since you don't want to marry me, there's nothing left for us to talk about. If you don't leave, I can always get that money back. Add it up. It's at least $10,000 by now. Since all I did for you still can't compare to that $200,000 car in the downtown apartment you brag about, let's end it here. Wish you well. My voice was cold and flat. Jessica froze, clearly not expecting me to be that blunt. I might have been a simp, but I wasn't stupid. Fine, Luke. You've grown a backbone. I came here today out of goodwill, and you don't even appreciate it. You'll regret this one day! Jessica was fuming, glaring at Jennifer before storming off. Jennifer just watched me quietly. Don't get the wrong idea about my ex. I'm not that kind of guy, I stammered, nervous. For what it was worth, Jennifer and I were friends, and I was being honest. I know. You've got great taste, though, she said with a teasing smirk before going back to stocking shelves. I could tell she was mocking me, so I just laughed helplessly. I thought she let it go. But that afternoon, she went to the restroom and never came back. What kind of bathroom break lasts an hour? Even if she'd gone home, she could have at least told me. I tried to calm myself and called her phone, only to hear it ringing right there in the shop. She never went anywhere without her phone. I shut the store down and bolted outside. The nearest public restroom was about 200 meters away. Jennifer! Princess? Jennifer! My chest tightened with unease. She couldn't have just vanished. She was an adult. Could it be that punk from this morning? My face hardened, and I sprinted to the nearby internet cafe. Those punks hung out there all the time, broke, jobless, spending their days gaming and picking up girls for quick cash. The thought of them taking Jennifer made my blood run cold. The moment I walked in, raised voices drew my attention. I grabbed one guy by the collar.
What did you do to her? If you laid a finger on her, you're dead!
Whoa, man. Your wife's missing and you think it's me? The punk yelped. She's pregnant! You think I'm that heartless? He didn't even get mad, just swallowed hard when he saw my face. Want me to help you look for her? I swear it wasn't me. There's CCTV in here. We've been gaming all day.
Yeah, man, we're just killing time. Maybe talk to some schoolgirls now and then. But a pregnant woman?
No way. Exactly, bro. Calm down. It's all your fault. Always flirting with every girl you see, they joked among themselves. They didn't seem to be lying, but I still asked the manager to check the footage. If you can help me find her, I'll pay you. The punk agreed right away and sent his buddies to make calls. So, boss, she's really your wife? He asked, grinning as he offered me a cigarette. I refused. Yeah, my wife. They came with me to look for her. We searched until dark, but Jennifer was nowhere. Boss, you sure your wife didn't just go back to her parents' place? Or home? My heart was pounding. I'd checked the cameras, no one had gone back. If she'd planned to leave, she wouldn't have left her phone behind. Could her family have taken her? Maybe she was being dragged back into that marriage she hated? Just as I was about to call the cops, one of the punks said something that chilled me. You sure you don't have some side chick, boss? Jealous women are scary. Guys like us see it all the time. One girl gets mad, and suddenly someone's out to teach the other a lesson. He took a drag from his cigarette. I pulled out my phone and called Jessica. 3 calls, each one declined. Give me your phone, I told the punk, and dialed from his number. Still no answer. The only people I could think of were Jessica's fake little girlfriends. Luke? Well, look who it is. Did hell freeze over? Heard you broke Jessica's heart over some side chick. One of them teased lazily. I gritted my teeth. Jessica and I broke up ages ago. My wife's pregnant. If she's been hurt because of you people, none of you are walking away from this. Your wife? I don't know anything. This has nothing to do with me. Her voice trembled. That told me everything Jessica was behind it. So that's what she meant by, you'll regret it. You realize covering for her makes you an accomplice, right? She's pregnant. If something happens, you'll all pay for it. Silence. Then she spat out an address and hung up. I didn't hesitate. I flagged down a cab immediately. The punks piled in after me. Boss, we can't stand this kind of crap either. It's too much. We're with you. We'll talk payment later, I muttered, urging the driver to go faster. We finally arrived. It was an old underground parking lot. Hardly anyone drove here anymore, and the lights were dead. Boss, you go ahead. If anything happens, yell. We'll wait at the entrance, one of them said, coughing. I switched on my flashlight and ran inside. Jennifer! Jennifer! It's me, Luke! Jennifer! Then I caught the faint sound of muffled crying. Following it, I found her tied up in a corner. Her face was pale, her hair and clothes a mess. Jennifer, I'm sorry. This is all my fault. It's all my fault, I muttered, holding her tight as I freed her from the ropes. She clung to my shoulders, sobbing. I thought I'd never see you again. It's so dark here, Luke. So dark. Luke, the truth is, I lied. It wasn't my stepmother who wanted to marry me off. It was my stepbrother. He has feelings for me. That's why I ran away. And I'd noticed you long before that. That's why I came to you on purpose. I don't know if you believe in love at first sight, but I do. And I'm not letting you go. Jennifer's voice broke as she cried. I held her tighter. Never again! Wherever you go, I'll go! I'll never let anyone hurt you again, okay? Jennifer, let's go home. When we got out, the punks were gone. I didn't care. Just took her home and told her to take a shower. Then I went downstairs to buy her some clean clothes. When I came back, Jennifer was curled up on the couch, wrapped only in a towel. I swallowed hard. Go change into these. From now on, wear what you like. My clothes don't fit you anyway. I bought the kind of fabric you said you liked, chiffon. I handed her the shopping bag. She suddenly burst into tears again. Luke, can I sleep with you tonight? I'm so scared. I didn't even know those men. They just tied me up and dumped me there. If it were my stepmother, she couldn't have known I was there. I wrapped my arm around her waist, and only then did I realize how small her waist was, soft and slender beneath my hand. I pushed down every other thought, keeping my eyes on her face as I brushed the damp hair from her cheek. Okay, but you have to sleep with clothes on. Let me dry your hair first. Jennifer sniffled and finally quieted down. She sat still while I blow-dried her hair, saying nothing. I figured she already guessed who was behind it. Luke, Jennifer, we spoke at the same time. Let me go first. I switched off the dryer. She nodded. We have to call the police. Don't be scared, I'll go with you. We don't pick fights, but if someone hurts us, we fight back, no matter who it is. What if it's your ex? Would you still go through with it? She asked softly, eyes full of hurt. My chest twisted. Jennifer, hasn't anyone ever told you? Your safety matters more than anything. Then don't bring her up again. She disgusts me. Jennifer was still shaken from last night. She fell asleep in my arms before long. She slept like a baby, but I was the one suffering. 27 years single, my only relationship ended with me as a doormat. And now hugging someone was already pushing my limit. I didn't sleep a wink. The next morning, Jennifer woke me with her cheerful voice. Luke, get up. We've got work. We're taking the day off. I couldn't even move. When I finally sat up, my face was inches from Jennifer's. Our noses brushed. I yelped and flopped back down. What? What are you doing? Her face flushed bright red. We're going to the police. After that, we'll go to the shop. I coughed to steady myself. Jennifer chuckled and nodded. The punks from yesterday showed up at the store too. Jennifer was quieter than before, her usual smile harder to find. Sis, you have no idea how worried Boss was yesterday. One of them said, we were gonna go in with him to get you, but the place was empty. Figured you two had it handled, so we stayed out of it. He searched from dawn to dusk, didn't stop once. Man was losing his mind. The guy grabbed the most expensive little box from the counter and gave me a meaningful look. Enough! It's on me today. My treat. You guys helped out yesterday. I sighed, but smiled for real this time. Even street punks had decency. So how could Jessica do what she did? Come on, thank the boss. Thanks, boss! They grabbed about 1,000 yuan's worth of stuff and left happily. Jennifer's cheeks were pink, and she kept sneaking glances at me. Luke, were you really that worried about me yesterday? You didn't think maybe you'd just gone home and didn't want to talk to me? I looked her straight in the eye and nodded. I figured you wouldn't just disappear. You'd wash the dishes, clean up the hair on the floor, and even learn how to fold laundry from me. A lady like you, Jennifer's eyes shone with anticipation, wouldn't leave her phone behind. I finished. Luke, you're awful! She huffed, stuffing her phone into her pocket before turning away to stack shelves. I couldn't help but chuckle. Since I didn't feel safe leaving her alone, I took her out for hot pot at noon. Can you believe this is my first time eating hot pot? She said, shrugging. With my OCD, I can't usually handle strong smells. Then let's go somewhere else you pick, I offered quickly, pulling out my phone to search for restaurants. No, let's eat here. You recommended it. Now I'm curious. She laughed and dragged me inside. Her face turned red from the spice, but she kept fanning herself and eating non-stop. This is amazing. Luke, we're coming back here next time. I nodded. Watching her eat was oddly satisfying. I kept refilling her Coke. Then Jessica showed up again. Luke, I swear it wasn't me. I had no idea she was kidnapped. You still don't believe me? Jessica's eyes were red from crying. If it wasn't you, how did your friend know the address? Her face paled, but she kept wiping her tears. Maybe I said something that made her misunderstand. She does have some rough brothers, but I didn't know anything about it. I nodded slowly. That's what your friend said too. Luke, forget it. There's no point talking. You've got no proof it was me. Maybe I said a few things that made you think wrong, but all I wanted was to get you to come back to me. Since you're done with us, let's not look back. Jessica switched moods fast. She wiped her tears. turned, and walked out. Jennifer sipped her yogurt quietly, watching me. Princess, maybe you should go home for a bit. Your family could help sort this out. Don't worry about me. There's nothing left between me and her. Don't suffer because of it. Jennifer shook her head immediately. I'm not going home. I'm staying with you. I've got nothing, and you still think I'm someone worth staying with? She fidgeted, embarrassed. I've promised you so much. What if I can't deliver? I'm used to it. I set a box of bread in front of her. Jennifer, stock these. I said it with mock seriousness. She pouted, but obediently went to work, and soon enough, that pout turned into a grin. For the next few days, she didn't slack off once. I actually started to feel bad. Princess, if you want to have fun, go ahead. I was just joking, don't feel pressured. You can sit and scroll TikTok. I took the box from her hands and shoved a piece of cake into them instead. Honestly, I was more stressed than her. No need, I really like working. Jennifer blinked those big, beautiful eyes. Since she'd moved in, she hadn't worn makeup once, yet she looked stunning, her fair skin glowing naturally. Princess, your family still hasn't come looking for you? I mean, if they find out you're living with me, what will they think of me? I swallowed hard. It was something I'd been worried about too. You're right. I'll go home tomorrow, then come back to find you. You will come back? I asked, my heart clenching with nerves. Excuse me? Boss need to check out, came a familiar voice behind me. I coughed awkwardly and went to ring up the punk's purchase. After paying, he leaned closer and whispered, Boss, you guys getting divorced or what? What about the kid? No divorce, mind your own business, go get a job. Got it, boss. Once they left, it was just the two of us again, and the air felt even heavier. Jennifer fidgeted with her fingers. Luke, I want to eat at that hot pot place again. Let's go now. I closed up the shop and took her there, holding her hand as we went. That night, Jennifer left. I messaged her all evening, but she never replied. Thinking about what she told me about her family, I didn't dare call. If her stepmother found out and sent her off for an arranged marriage that very night, I'd lose her for good. If that happened, maybe I'd run away with her. Either way, I didn't sleep a wink. The next morning, half awake, I went to the store. If Jennifer came back, she'd find me there. But instead of Jennifer, it was Jessica, along with a balding man. Luke, I'm getting married soon. After this, we won't be in the same league anymore. I came to give you my wedding invitation. You better come, okay? After all, if it weren't for you, I might never have met my dear husband. The man beside her grinned lewdly. Not sure if he was genuinely happy or just mocking me. Maybe both. So you're Luke, huh? Well, you can't blame me for being richer, kid. Come to the wedding. No need for a gift, don't want to make your poor life any harder. He patted his round belly, chuckling. I looked at the invitation, but didn't take it. Instead, I laughed coldly. You really don't have standards, huh? He's old enough to be your uncle. Keep the invite. You're the one who said we'd be strangers after the breakup. If you came here to show off, don't bother. I'm not hurt or jealous in the slightest. Jessica's face changed. She whispered something to the man and told him to wait outside. Then it was just the two of us. Luke, breaking up with you, I regret it sometimes. But you can't do anything without money. So what if he's old enough to be my uncle? He can buy me a 200,000 yuan car. Can you? Still, if you want to keep in touch, I could use his money to take care of you. Jessica's tone turned syrupy, her eyes gleaming in a way that made my skin crawl. Thanks, but no, my princess can take care of me. That broke little girl? Luke, how can you be so naive? She's not an heiress at all. If she had real money, would she be playing shop girl here with you? You're hopeless, utterly delusional. But hey, my offer still stands. Jessica smiled and turned to leave. I grabbed the invitation and ran after her. Wait! Jessica turned with a mocking smile. Changed your mind already? I nodded. Baby, what's he saying? Don't let this kid upset you. The man chuckled, drool practically flying. I smiled too. She said she'd use your money to keep me, and I turned her down. I'm not interested in a woman another man's already played with. The man's grin vanished. He slapped Jessica across the face. You bitch! You dared mess with me? I didn't, honey! He's lying! Jessica sobbed, clutching her cheek. But the man didn't stop. He grabbed her and beat her again and again. I didn't intervene. When he finally spat on her and left, she was a wreck on the floor. Luke, After everything I did for you, this is how you repay me? This was our only way to get rich, wasn't I good to you? Jessica, you shouldn't have touched Jennifer. Maybe the men you fooled before were idiots, but I'm not. I don't hit women, but not everyone shares my restraint. So what if Jennifer's broke? She does what you can't. She cares about me. You only ever look down on me for not giving you enough. What did you ever give me? Even when I asked for nothing, you still left. Jessica, maybe we were never meant to be. The one I should have waited for was Jennifer. Jessica pounded the floor, screaming my name. Luke! Just then, a sports car stopped in front of the shop. Out stepped Jennifer. Soon after, several more cars arrived. A dozen men in black suits climbed out. Luke, I'm here to keep my promise. The sports car is yours, plus 5 villas as my dowry. Will you marry me? What? Jessica froze. She'd never seen anything like it. Her face flushed red as she tried to leave. But Jennifer's men blocked her path. Miss Jessica, shouldn't we settle our accounts? You may be my boyfriend's ex, but I'm not targeting you personally. Someone once taught me if you're bullied, you fight back, no matter who it is. Take her to the police. And those surveillance videos, I don't care what it takes. Restore them. Jessica Miller is under investigation for kidnapping and conspiracy. Handle it however the law allows. Jennifer waved her hand. Jessica cried and screamed my name, begging me to stop her. I said nothing, just looked at Jennifer. Luke, I told you I really am the Runaway Heiress. Why didn't you reply to my messages? The tension in my chest finally eased. I wanted to surprise you. Jennifer smiled sweetly. Because of your encouragement, I told my dad about my stepbrother. He's been sent abroad. And my stepmom? She has to treat me with respect now. You were right. Real family still loves me. Don't worry. My mom's loaded too, and she's on my side. My dad's totally fine with me marrying you. Jennifer was bouncing with joy, but I felt a pang of guilt. Jennifer? I'm 28. I've only got one apartment, no car, a few thousand in savings, and an unstable income. Maybe you should think twice? She looked serious for a moment, then burst out laughing. Say that again when you meet my parents. Don't worry, they're divorced, but really nice people. Most importantly, I trust your honesty. And who says you have nothing? You've got that little shop, it's the best dowry you could give me. I pulled the excited Jennifer into my arms, ruffled her hair, and kissed her forehead. Then you're not allowed to change your mind or dump me. She raised her pinky. Pinky promise! 100 years, no takebacks!